Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Kristoff St. John's legacy to be honored with a new documentary. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates reveal Kristoff St. John's, Neil Winter's, legacy is going to be honored with a new documentary now in production. This upcoming project will pay tribute to his life and the impact he made in the industry, along with his struggle with mental health. On the CBS soap, Kristoff St. John played Neil Winters for 28 years. Kristoff played Neil, the patriarch of the Winters family, for 28 years on the CBS soap, breaking boundaries and setting precedents for black actors. He was the father of Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, adoptive father of Devin Winters, Bryton James, and uncle of Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. He was also the husband of Drusilla Winters, Victoria Rowell, and several others, and the half-brother of Malcolm Winters, Shemar Moore. The Winters, Hastings, and Barber families were among the first black families on soap operas, during a time when racial boundaries were being broken on television in general. The documentary will explore St. John's career and life, and other entertainment projects he was involved in aside from the CBS soap. Honoring the man behind Neil Winters, Fallen Giant Films, the production company started by actor and filmmaker Randy J. Goodwin, has officially revealed its newest project. This is a compelling documentary focused on the life, career, and legacy of renowned soap opera star Kristoff St. John. Named Kristoff, the film will be directed by Bobby Rozak and aims to offer a thorough and emotionally truthful perspective on St. John's remarkable journey. This starts from his beginnings as a child actor to his famous role as Neil Winters on Y&R. The documentary will highlight how St. John contributed to breaking barriers with his portrayal of Needle, one of the most significant and enduring black characters in daytime television. The documentary delves into St. John's personal life and struggles as well. In addition to his professional achievements, the film will delve into his deeply personal experiences, including his struggles with mental health and significant personal losses. Furthermore, it examines the lasting impact he made on both the television industry and the wider black entertainment community. St. John gained considerable recognition, winning 2 Daytime Emmy Awards and 10 NAACP Image Awards for his role on Y&R, where he acted from 1991 until his tragic death in February 2019. His previous work also received accolades. These include 2 Daytime Emmy nominations for his role on NBC's Generations and a significant part in ABC's Roots, The Next Generations. The documentary is personal for Goodwin, who shared a close bond with St. John. For Goodwin, the documentary holds a deep personal significance. He had a strong connection with St. John, referring to him as not only a friend, but also a brother and former roommate. Kristoff wasn't just an incredibly talented actor, Goodwin told Deadline. He was family. This film serves as both a tribute and a genuine portrayal of the extraordinary man behind the fame. Also involved in the project is St. John's ex-wife, Mia St. John, a 5-time boxing champion and the mother of 2 of his children, including their son Julian, who sadly passed away. The documentary is set to premiere early next year. Additionally, a scripted biopic about St. John's life is currently being developed. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y&R right now. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Kristoff St. John's legacy to be honored with a new documentary. In the vast and ever-turning world of daytime drama, few figures have left as indelible a mark as Kristoff St. John. For nearly 3 decades, he brought depth, grace, and sincerity to Neil Winters on The Young and the Restless, a character who not only became a staple of Genoa City, but also a cultural touchstone for African-American representation in daytime television. Now, 6 years after his tragic passing in 2019, CBS and Sony Pictures Television have announced a new documentary to honor Kristoff's legacy, both on screen and off. Titled Always in the Light, the Kristoff St story. The film is set to premiere later this year and promises to be a heartfelt, poignant, and inspiring look at a man whose brilliance transcended the soap genre. The legacy of Neil Winters. When Kristoff St debuted as Neil Winters in 1991, daytime television changed. Up until then, black characters were often relegated to background roles or fleeting storylines. But Neil was different. He was complex, an up-and-coming executive at Newman Enterprises, a romantic lead, a father, a recovering alcoholic, and eventually, a moral compass for many in Genoa City. Neil's evolution mirrored Kristoff's own growth as an actor and a person. From business intrigues to deeply emotional family arcs, including the heart-wrenching story of raising his adopted son Devon, Brighton James, Kristoff infused Neil with a dignity and vulnerability that viewers admired for decades. Devon's character, who would later become a billionaire philanthropist and music mogul, always spoke of Neil not only as a father but as his guiding star. And for viewers, that sentiment rang true, because Neil Winters was more than just a role. He was a mirror for countless fans who saw themselves in his trials, resilience, and redemption. Spoilers with heart, a new kind of tribute. In a time when the young and the restless spoilers are usually about marriages, betrayals, or shocking returns from the dead, this latest spoiler is of a very different nature, and yet more powerful than any cliffhanger. The upcoming documentary marks a rare moment when fiction and reality align not to stir drama, but to celebrate it. According to executive producer Anthony Morena, Always in the Light is not just about Kristoff's career. This is about the light he carried, and how he gave that light to everyone he worked with. Morena said in a statement, Kristoff was more than an actor. He was an advocate, a friend, and a fighter. The documentary will include never-before-seen behind-the-scenes footage, exclusive interviews with his co-stars, and emotional reflections from his family. It will also delve into Kristoff's tireless advocacy for mental health following the tragic death of his son Julian in 2014, a loss that deeply affected Kristoff and eventually contributed to his own struggles. A personal journey shared with millions. Soap operas have always operated in the emotional realm. They live in the space between tears and triumphs, exaggerating life's dramas in ways that feel oddly true. And that is what made Kristoff so remarkable. He brought real pain, real joy, and real humanity to a genre that often danced with melodrama. Viewers may remember Neil's storyline dealing with addiction, a plot that Kristoff personally influenced. Drawing from his own experience, he worked with writers to portray the realities of substance abuse with authenticity and empathy. His raw, soul-bearing performances won him 2 Daytime Emmy Awards and 10 NAACP Image Awards, a testament to his impact not just as an actor, but as a truth-teller. In one particularly memorable episode, Neil attends an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and delivers a monologue about shame, struggle, and hope. That scene, often cited by fans as one of the most moving in Y&R history, was written with Kristoff's input. He didn't act that scene, said co-star Victoria Rowell, Drusilla Winters. He lived it. And that's why it resonated. The family on screen and off. The documentary also promises to explore the unique family dynamic created on and off the screen. Kristoff's bond with Victoria Rowell, Brighton James, and Seymour Moore, who played his half-brother, Malcolm, formed the core of Y&R's most beloved fictional families. But their connection ran deeper. Seymour Moore, who returned briefly to Y&R for Neil's funeral episodes in 2019, is an executive producer on the documentary. Kristoff wasn't just my scene partner, Moore shared in an emotional Instagram post. He was my brother. He mentored me when I was green, carried me when I was lost, and celebrated me when I found my voice. In interviews already teased by the production team, both Moore and Rowell recount off-camera stories of laughter in the makeup trailer, late-night calls, and Kristoff's unwavering belief in using his platform to uplift others. Fans can expect these moments to shed light on a man whose heart was as grand as his talent. The soap community responds. In the lead-up to the documentary's release, The Young and the Restless will air a week of legacy episodes featuring some of Neil's most iconic scenes. Fans can relive moments like his stormy romance with Drusilla, his mentorship of Devon, and his leadership at Chancellor Winters. Current Y and R cast members have taken to social media to share their thoughts. Melissa Claire Egan, Chelsea. Kristoff was sunshine, a rare gem. This tribute is long overdue, and I'm so grateful fans will get to see the man behind the magic. Peter Bergman, Jack Abbott. Kristoff and I had a few scenes over the years, but every moment with him felt grounded. This documentary honors not just a co-star, but a great soul. Even rival soaps have weighed in. Days of Our Lives star James Reynolds tweeted, "A true legend. Kristoff opened doors for many of us. I'll be watching. More than a memory, a mission." While the documentary will celebrate Kristoff's career, it will also raise awareness about mental health and the need for support systems in high-pressure industries. His ex-wife, Mia Street John, has been a vocal advocate since